Hey guys, welcome back to Rames Games, where today we're just going to talk about a couple things regarding the channel, future of the channel, and some of the recent content, or whatever. So the first thing is with the Wayward Terran Frontier Zero Falls content. It was about 6 days, a couple of videos, a total of like 7 or 8 minutes total of content, which received over 100 views. And that's after my 6-month hiatus or whatever, when I didn't have a recording software and didn't really want to put the time or effort into learning OBS. And that's amazing. I don't know why anyone watches my content, but that doesn't make me any less grateful. I'm really happy about that. As for Wayward Terran Frontier content goes, that put me, at least in the Zero Falls search results, that put me on the first page, behind Silver Dragon Lord and some other people. But that makes me really happy. Doesn't sound like it, but it does. So just wanted to, first of all, thank people for the support on that video. I mean, all the videos. I really appreciate it. But as for future Wayward Terran Frontier Zero Falls content, I'm not really going to be starting a series on it anytime soon. The main reason for that is the game is still in heavy active development. It's still in early alpha, and like save files aren't going to be compatible with each other for a couple more major versions of the game. They're still tweaking lots of things, and lots of things are subject to change. Even, you know, like a couple major updates, that could be a couple months, but at the same time, like, I can't personally keep going back to the game, restarting, unlocking all those ships and stuff. I don't mind doing the bug reports and stuff, but it's to the point where my save file itself needs restarted. Some of the bugs I were getting were as a result of my save file being corrupted, which, you know, there's going to be fail-safes for that added in the future as well. But as far as that goes, I'm not going to be starting anything long-term on that just yet. With those search results in mind, it would be kind of cool if I could keep up with those uploads, though, because people are obviously looking for Wayward Terran Frontier Zero Falls content, and I could very well provide it. But I'm just not willing to keep restarting my save file because it's, to you, it's all going to look the same. And, you know, I just don't want to make any promises I can't keep. And, you know, I don't want to burn myself out on the game. It's an amazing game, don't get me wrong. But just at the moment, I don't want to keep restarting every week or every 2 weeks or whatever. Because if that's the case, the game is never going to change for me. It's never going to look, you know, a whole lot different. Part of my enjoyment in Wayward Terran Frontier is that I've been following it over like 2 years or something. I don't really know how long it's been. But that'll be for another video of like how far it's come to where it is now. Because it's amazing. He's put a lot of work into it, and there's going to be a lot more work put into it. But for now, there's not going to be like any standing series or anything on it. But maybe someday I'll be able to be in the top search results for whatever you search for Wayward Terran Frontier. And I'll, you know, Scott Manley, holy crap, he covered the game enough. Obviously, he has so many thousands of views on it. I can't compete with that, at least not right now. But I hope to someday, and that will definitely be a long-term goal. So aside from the random videos, it's just going to be a little tidbits of things I found funny or amusing while playing it, or it's going to be some bug reports, just in the off chance that this is a bug that hasn't been reported or something, and I can help the development. But again, it's really amazing that with only 150 subs that I got over 100 views on that content combined after really not uploading anything for a really long time, and that makes me happy. On to some other ramblings. I'm still kind of fiddling around with the recording and uploading process. Is it, the other video mentioned months back in like January or February that my XSplit was acting up, and it was nothing but tech support issues and form surfing and the same two people trying to help me out, and eventually it wasn't even someone on tech support that helped solve my problem. It was just one of the random people who had the same issue at one point. And I just want to say that now, it's Fraps. Fraps does not play well with any recording software, be it OBS or XSplit, because the program stopped being updated back in like 2011, I think. So unless you're using it strictly for screenshots, or maybe a frame rate counter, I don't know why, I would recommend not using it, because it actually can interfere with OBS and XSplit. On top of that, XSplit was just, it cost money, which, I mean, it was cool. I liked the interface, and it was really easy to set up, but at the same time, there was just way too many technical issues, personally. So I wouldn't recommend using it, but that's, up to you. But I won't be using that anymore. I kind of learned OBS. I'm still working with the whole bitrate and bitrate buffer and some of that other stuff, which is why there are no live streams. And some of these recordings may look worse than others as I tweak the settings and try to remember what I used on the ones that looked good. But I'm also testing recording the audio separately or the audio with the game through OBS. Then I'm also testing either taking the files and putting them together in Premiere Pro CS6, or just uploading the raw file from OBS at the end directly to YouTube. So there might be some videos that look different. Some might have clean transitions between cuts, some may not have any cuts at all. So that's that out of the way. I still am looking for a complete overhaul in my channel art. There's some stuff that when I first had my art created, I didn't really have a theme to go on. The icon I use was designed by Jaltoid. You might know them. They're an animating duo on YouTube. I know them kind of personally, but they created that for me, like in my image, so the picture actually kind of looked like me. If you know me personally anyways, you could see their resemblance. But I didn't really have a channel theme going on, and now that I know where I kind of want the channel to go, I would like to have a complete overhaul of art, so I'm still looking into that. At the moment, I can't really pay people for commissioned art, because there's some really specific stuff and some resolutions that I need, and I just haven't found anyone really, willing to work with me on that. I won't really ask the community, but of course if you or anyone you know might be interested in that, or just seeing what there is to offer, that'd be great. But again, I'm not really asking for that. It's just something that's going on in the background. So if you see my art change, it's just me with my crappy art skills trying to use Paint.net. But yeah, I'm not really happy with the channel art. It's kind of just placeholder, if you will. But I mean, I will always be true to the icon that I have now, because it's awesome. I could have never asked for anything better or different. I love it. But I would like to have a themed channel. That way I could lump my community into kind of like a thing. I want my community to be a thing, to be a community at all. That would be great. You might see some dual recordings with my friend Delphonic Anarchy. Every relevant link or anything I feel is relevant will be in the description below. He's new on YouTube. I'm gonna say he has mostly no idea what he's doing other than the stuff I've helped him with, which isn't really much to say if you've seen this channel. But he's recording 2 episodes daily of Binding of Isaac Rebirth for his channel. He's doing the best with what he has, and he's definitely uploading more than I do on my channel. So if you want to check him out, you can do that. But we might have some dual recordings on the channel. Quality may vary because he only has so much to work with. I'm a little bit, I bought some better stuff in the past to work with. So quality may vary, but again, it's the best that we can make it. So try to bear with us, you know. Go support his channel if you like what you see on mine, or ignore mine and go to his. You know, just don't be an asshole about it. There's plenty of people not trying on YouTube that get a little bit further than the little guys, but I think it's pretty cool that he's doing that. Anything else worth talking about? Okay, so one of the reasons that there's not like a bunch of games on the channel doesn't have anything to do with the inability to record. It's really the disinterest in the gaming market right now. I have a serious issue with a lot of the AAA games coming out. They're either mindless reboots of franchises because they failed in the past, but they think that they have a better approach on it now. If you could look back at any Tomb Raider game ever, they're still trying the same stuff, different ways, and rebooting that, whatever. I'm not saying Tomb Raider's relevant to anything in the current gaming market, but I'm just saying that's an example. And I'm not talking down to people who enjoy that stuff. Like, better for you to enjoy it than to me not enjoy something totally saturated on the market. But I don't know, I think a lot of companies are being too lazy for my personal tastes. You got a lot of games that cost more than their content is worth. I'm not gonna talk bad about early access games because I've played a lot of good early access games and I've gotten burned over a couple times, but that is my fault as a consumer for not doing my research. But I don't know, there's a lack of interest in a lot of the games right now. That's a personal thing, so I'm trying to play things and only things that I personally find interesting, which is why you see Wayward Terran Frontier Zero Falls, bit of a mouthful of a title, on the channel. Is because I legitimately enjoy my time with it, and I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure that I don't get burnt out on it. But I'm not just going to play things that I don't find fun. The whole point is to have fun, and the whole point is to take this channel into a direction in which I am happy with, which the community could be happy with. I want it to be based around positivity in the future, so if we could get that there, that would be great. I've had to ban quite a few people from commenting on my channel because they just disagree with the comment they see that I left on another video and come over and just like dislike the video and start talking trash. And you know, that's cool, but if you could just keep that off the channel, that'd be great, because there is a channel filter. Your links are not appreciated. The messages telling me to check out your channel, that's not appreciated. I don't do that to other people, and I really don't want that on mine. And to be honest, no one's going to see it, so you can keep trying, but I've got a pretty strict word filter, so all of your links are just going to be considered spam and deleted personally. So yeah, good luck with that. I'm working on a Patreon page, not that I expect anything to come of it, it's just for the future, so it's there. I do plan on donating quite a bit of that to charity in the future. Again, these are just long-term goals. I don't really want a lot for myself. It's just I'll need it to upgrade like the computer and the audio and the whatnots. Again, that'll be its own video for Patreon, and it's not published yet, so don't bother looking for it. But there's just a lot of stuff that I want to do with the channel based around positivity and promoting self-confidence and just making people, you know, a good community, a happy community, a positive community. I'm really jealous of a lot of these channels that have these communities that just don't like shit on other people. And no, the cussing won't stop because, you know, it's a word. You can choose to be offended by it, or you can choose not to be. So let's just keep that in mind. I never claim to be like an all ages friendly content thing, but at the same time, I'm not going to go out of my way to just like spam cuss words and stuff. But yeah, some more of that in the future. I'm kind of just rambling on at this point, trying to fill time to see if there was anything else that I wanted to mention. Kind of got these bullet points, but I don't really like scripted content. I like it to feel real. And I'm kind of sick of the 30-second, 2-minute long videos. I want them to be a little bit more real, a little bit more, you know, it's not helping me in my commentary at all, filling time by making like a minute's worth of video where I just laugh at something that happened in a game. I'm probably going to start uploading things like Binding of Isaac or Dig or Die, which recently got an update, and I haven't really seen anything on it or played it in a while. I enjoyed that game. It was like $1 or $2 on Steam, and I got my money's worth, so I wouldn't mind checking it out again. And, you know, I enjoyed playing it. It's just, you know, recording's still really awkward for me, and I'm not going to hide that. It is. It's the truth, and I'm going to stop trying to make excuses and record more. Again, no promises, but you might see that over the last 6 months I've recorded more than I did like half of last year. In just like the last week or two, so there's that. So yeah, I guess a recap. I'm using OBS now. Still tweaking things, so bear with the quality. Still trying to make it the best that I can. Wayward Terran Frontier content will continue non-regularly, and it won't be a series for the time being. But I'll record some things showing where the game has gone over the years, and you can expect so much more out of it. Like, I really enjoy it. And you can buy into it for $20. I'm not saying I wouldn't recommend buying into it. That is totally up to your decision. Just know that save files aren't totally compatible yet. And, you know, you get what you pay for in alpha. You get constant updates, or, you know, whenever he decides to update it, which has been weekly, if not monthly, depending on how large the update is. Lots of stuff are patched, thanks to partly me and whoever else is reporting bugs. The art on the channel, once again, just to recap, might change. So if you just see random things every other day, that's just me tweaking it. Don't worry about it. It's probably not important anyways. Thumbnails, I'm trying. They're just, you know, effort. That's pretty much it. So, yeah. If you see links to Patreon or a Patreon video, again, I'm not asking for support. I'm not begging for it. I'm not expecting it. It's just a thing that will exist. That will exist in the background. And it will exist in order to kind of help this channel have a solid foundation and a solid goal. You know, end goal, long-term, ambitious. You know, it's not something that will happen over a week or maybe even a year. It's not going to happen over 2 years. It's just, it'll kind of explain what I want this channel to become. And it'll kind of help me, you know, strive for something instead of just releasing these videos and being all awkward about my commentary and stuff. I just want it to be the best that it can be, and I want to grow with the channel and with the community, and I want it to be an us thing, not a me or a you. I want it to be an us, and I want to help other people, and I just want some good to come out of it, you know? So, that's been whatever you want to call this video. I don't actually have a name for it. It's just rambling with Rames, or whatever I decide to call it. That's pretty much it. I probably forgot some things. I probably skipped over some of these bullets. I'll probably regret it later. But, whatever. I need to make more of these videos anyways. I'm going to try to come up with some daily series where I can get myself to record, whether it's just some snippet of a game or something. It'll be live, no post-commentary. I don't even know what I put in the background of this. Whatever. So, again, thanks for the support. You can expect more out of the channel, because that support, it's only 100 views, and it's only 150 subscribers, but you have no idea how much that boosts my confidence that, hey, this is a thing that we can do. You know? Makes me happy. Makes me really, really happy. So again, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you around.